Imagine debugging a gnarly mess at 3 a.m. in a cramped Silicon Valley office. The screen flickers, the code just won't cooperate, and deadlines loom like a thundercloud. Andrew Hunt sits back, nursing a cold coffee, and drops a simple truth. Programming is not just about code, it's about how you think and make smart choices. How do you move from chaos to clarity? That's the secret the pragmatic programmer unravels. You've heard the phrase, practice makes perfect, but what does it look like when you're buried deep in code? Here, as how the pragmatic programmer turns daily routines into sharp skill-building rituals. David Thomas shares a story about a stonecutter who becomes impatient trying to carve the perfect statue. Instead of steady chiseling, he rushes, fracturing the stone. Programmers face the same trap. If you try to shortcut learning or skip fundamentals, your code cracks under pressure. Think of your daily coding as hammering on an anvil. Each line of code, each bug fixed, is a metal strike forging your skills. Just like artisans rely on rhythm and repetition, you build muscle memory and intuition, turning complex problems into manageable steps. The payoff: developers who sharpen their craft steadily don't just write better code, they anticipate problems before they arise. This transforms you from a reactive coder to a proactive architect, saving hours, even days, in future crises. Ever stumble into a codebase that looks like a copy-paste disaster zone? Duplicate code is like a hydra. Cut one head, two more grow. The pragmatic programmer shows how one principle can slay that beast for good. Andrew Hunt recalls a project where two separate teams fixed the same bug in two different copies of the code. One fix worked, the other caused crashes. That costly mistake could have been avoided with dry, don't repeat yourself, a mantra to keep your codebase sane. Dry is like having one master blueprint for a building instead of two different blueprints that get out of sync. When you duplicate, you invite chaos. When you centralize, you gain clarity and control. This principle saves massive headaches down the line. When you embrace dry, your codebase not only shrinks but becomes easier to understand, maintain, and improve. The real win: you free mental space to innovate instead of firefight, becoming a developer who builds, not just patches. You might think coding is a solo gig, but reality, it's a team sport. The pragmatic programmer insists your best code is useless if nobody understands it. Here's how communication becomes a secret coding superpower. David Thomas tells of a project doomed by cryptic comments, once poetic but useless phrases that left new hires lost in translation. Code is living documentation. If you write comments nobody can follow, you're just scribbling roadblocks. Think of your code as a conversation with future you and your team, not a monologue. Clear naming, simple logic, and purposeful comments keep that conversation flowing. It's like leaving breadcrumbs on a dark trail for everyone to find their way. When teams embrace open feedback, bugs get caught earlier and solutions improve faster. This loop transforms frustration into invention, turning your workplace from a battlefield into a brainstorming lab where ideas flow and greatness grows. Remember that tiny 3 a.m. debugging session? The difference between banging your head and cruising through is those pragmatic habits: daily honing, ruthless dry discipline, and sharp communication. Try this next time you code. Ask yourself, am I crafting my future self's life or setting traps? One small change today saves you from nights like those. Subscribe for more book summaries like this one.